I think one of Qais Said's most difficult challenges since unilaterally seizing power and suspending parliament and constitution has been the international cold shoulder to his authority. Tunisia was uninvited from the Democracy Summit in Washington. The Francophone summit that Tunisia was supposed to host was cancelled. US and EU statements kept reiterating the urgent need to return to a democratic process, and Said's allies were also publicly stating that the reason he had been unable to toss the opposition in prison was because the army were wary of provoking Biden, who had made his disapproval clear. In fact, the prevalent sentiment was that Biden's cold shoulder had deterred even UAE and Saudi from pouring money into Tunisia the way they did in Egypt when Sisi toppled the democratic transition. Even when Saied sent his prime minister to Saudi to plead for more money, bin Salman gave to Egypt and Pakistan, but nothing to Qais Said. And it's for this reason that Said's elections were so important. The elections were not about securing a mandate. They were not about letting Tunisians choose their representatives. Said has no interest in ceding power, and that's been made clear in the manner he's treated even those who supported his coup. The trade unions have been left in the cold, and the liberal Tayar Demokrati have been so stunned at being sidelined that they have disintegrated. Instead, Said's elections were about offering an avenue for the international community to recognize his authority. It was about offering an avenue through which the international community could say that a legitimate process had taken place, and therefore the page could be turned on the elected parliament and constitution that had been toppled by Said. And Tunisians understood this, which is why only 8.8% turned out to vote. But Said got his international recognition. The White House issued a statement declaring the elections an essential initial step towards restoring the country's democratic trajectory. And since then, Said's crackdown has intensified. Former Prime Minister Ali Al-Arayed has been thrown in prison. Najib al-Shabi has been charged with terrorism. An arrest warrant has been issued for former Prime Minister Hisham al-Mshishi. Said knows the opposition are waiting for the economy to turn the people against him. With the economy spiraling, he's now picking up the pace of his crackdown now that he's armed with international recognition.